We just getting started, baby. Did anybody see what Mr. Wardell Steph Curry did to the Portland Trailblazers? They were nobodies. They beat the Giants. Trash. They beat the Broncos. Trash. If you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, my man's was Super Saiyan. I couldn't wear this until we actually caught a dub. And he did all of this damage in 36 minutes. Let that sink in. They beat the Eagles, trash. The Cowboys, trash. The Bengals, trash. The Jaguars, trash. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on Robs2Cents. All right, y'all, what's going on, everybody? How everybody doing today? Doing tonight? It's Friday. Where the tea up at? I know y'all out there turned. Waiting on a couple more people. Tell everybody come on in. Getting ready to talk some sports. Playoffs coming up. KD back. Oh, we got a lot to talk about with KD, boy. KD came back. Man, that look like he ain't missed a beat. Tell everybody come on in. Might not be, it's Friday night. What's up, bestie? Appreciate you for being here. I know, right? Yeah, I gotta remember, I'm coming home from work. I'm really just getting comfortable. Really can't wait to get real comfortable later while I'm not recording, done editing. Man, having my drink, just sitting back, chillaxing, thinking about watching King Kong versus Godzilla. Or I might watch. I've been getting into the Sopranos lately. I rock with the Sopranos. I'm mad I didn't catch that when, while it was being aired. That's a good show. I'm like on the third season now. So, I just went on ahead, bit the bullet, bought HBO Max, and yeah. But what's up, everybody? My good people. My good people. Hello, world. Welcome back to the show that's hot with your boy, Rob Scott. This is Robs2Cents, the live show. And on the live show, we like to be relaxed, couple of Henny on deck. My boy Theo, Big Theo, my big brother, man. I appreciate you being on here, man. That's my big brother right there, y'all. Y'all want to know anything fashion related, my man's will hook you up. How you out here looking spiffy? My man's is GQ for real. Bestie up in here. Shay, what's going on? Talking about time. I know I'll be late. It's like that. But my good people, we got a lot to talk about in the world of professional sports. I got a couple notes here to keep me on track. We can't start off by not talking about what we saw in Brooklyn. Because let me tell y'all, man, KD looked good. KD looked damn good. I mean, y'all got to remember, he missed 23 games. That's like 2 months and some change. I'm telling y'all, man, to miss 23 games, especially the way that the NBA is right now with COVID, because it's such a compact season. Remember, they started in December. NBA normally kicks off into October. You got that month of November, December. So they only took away 10 games. They playing a 72-game season. And KD missed 23 of them games in a row. He's not just missed only 23 for the season. I believe he's like 30, The big three is only, played on the court with each other 7 times, 9 times, something like that. So you got to remember, they have been able to keep their record up. Right now, they're the best team in the Eastern Conference. Without KD, they went 20-3 without KD. Of course, that's because you bring in an MVP level person like James Harden, who's handling the ball. And y'all heard me say this last live show, or if you watch my episodes on YouTube, I didn't think that this team would be able to play together. I'm like, man, that is too many stars on one team. And then the rich just keep getting richer. You bring in Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, but then you get KD back. Now, even though you lost James Harden, he going to be out for 10 games, they're reporting. Now he got a sore hamstring. What the hell going on with hamstrings this season? But now he got a sore hamstring. We know if you didn't catch a couple games ago, he tried to come back in. When they played New York, he tried to play that game, and he like re-injured his hamstring. So now they're like, hey, just sit down. If I was Brooklyn, you not coming back into the playoffs, bro. Like, we want to make sure everybody is good. But KD came back. And for a superstar, a player of his level of superstardom, he's fitting that team seamlessly. He looked like he'd been there the whole season. Let me go over a couple stats for y'all. Now, they played the New Orleans Pelicans. And mind you, my boy Zion Williamson, he's been on a tear. He was actually looking to make history. As right now, he's tied with Shaq. And, of course, that streak has ended for the most games of 20 or more points, shooting over 50% from the field. And Shaq had that record. I think he did it for 25 games. Now Zion sits there at 25 games. So they were able to defend Zion. Let me tell y'all, that record stopped. He could have passed Shaq, but they went up against the Nets, who we thought didn't play defense. We got to remember, even though the Pelicans are trash on defense, offensively, they're ranked 6th in the league in points per game. They can score. And mind you, Zion Williamson, he's been averaging 62% from the field. He don't take shit but layups or dunks. And we've seen players that shoot just like Zion, but they're not hitting at that high clip, at that high percentage. He is bullying people down there. Couldn't do that against the Nets. Let's look at the stat line, man. For the New Orleans Pelicans, they had 26 points. Drew Bledsoe had 26 points, led all scores, had 5 rebounds. Zion Williamson, I just told y'all, he shoots over 50%. He has 16 points. He was 4-12 from the field. That's 33.3%, y'all. They played defense against that boy. And Zion, he did not have an answer for the Nets. He had 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Lonzo Ball came in, 15 points, 3 assists. It wasn't good. But let's look on Brooklyn's side of the ball. Kyrie Irving led the Nets in scoring as he had 24 points. He was 7-14 from the field, 4-6 from the three-point line, 6 assists, 1 block. But that boy KD, I'm going to take a sip right now. You right. My boy Wayne Washington, I appreciate you for jumping on. They did not have Brandon Ingram, but judging by that score, it didn't matter because what they beat them what? I know I had to write the score down. They beat them bad, man. Like 139 or 111. Regardless if B.I. was there or not, it wasn't gonna make a difference. But KD though, 17 points, 5 of 5 from the field goal, 2 of 2 from the three-point line, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block. He had 6 turnovers. That's to be expected when you miss almost 2 months of basketball. But besides those turnovers, he was perfect. Played a perfect game. Mind you, he didn't start the game. They're trying to monitor his minutes due to that hamstring because no KD, no ring. James Harden and Kyrie ain't enough. They look good in the regular season, but when you start going against teams like Philly, when you're going against teams like Denver, going against teams like the Lakers, like the Clippers, you need KD. So let's wipe that dream out of people's mind because I know it's some Nets lover boys out here. There's some super fans of the Nets all of a sudden, but you gotta acknowledge KD as being your best player. Just being real. LaMarcus Aldridge, another new addition to this team. 22 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Where was this in San Antonio, LaMarcus? I know Greg Popovich threw his damn TV out the window. This is what they expected from you when they traded for you and bought you from Portland. This is the LaMarcus Aldridge that they were hoping to get to pair up with a Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi saw what you was on. He saw what San Antonio was going. He got the hell up out of there. Got a ring on his way to LA with Toronto. This is the LA they wanted. And I told y'all, man, that pick and roll game with LaMarcus Aldridge is gonna be nasty because he can pick and pop. The boy can play. LaMarcus Aldridge can play. Yes, sir, my boy Wayne. He was flawless. And then Blake Griffin gave you 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. Now Blake, he dunking again. Blake is having a good time. He is enjoying himself on the Nets team. He had one great dunk. I mean, I think Kyrie was playing with the ball. He dribbles up the baseline, and Blake cuts. He see him. Ugh. Hey, who gonna jump at that? Who gonna jump at that? I'm telling y'all, man, LaMarcus Aldridge is a dog. Yes, Shay, LaMarcus. If I'm slurring with my words because I'm enjoying you guys with my Remy, I appreciate you guys for being here. But LaMarcus, Blake, then he had the long 3-pointer that ended the first quarter. So Blake is playing right now. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. The Nets looking like they're gonna be your NBA champions, barring the fact, hoping nobody is injured, hoping, they're able to get their 3 superstars to get a little bit of chemistry with each other before the playoffs begin. Then we saw a dog fight. Man, the Western Conference is going to be tough. Even when LeBron and AD comes back, it's not guaranteed that they're going to win the West and make another trip to the finals because teams have gotten better, teams have gotten bigger, and teams have gotten smarter. You look at the Nuggets, they bring in Aaron Gordon. Now you get to push Paul Millsap on the bench. You don't have to put the pressure on him to be the old Paul Millsap that we used to see in Atlanta. He can't do that anymore. So now you bring in a young stud like Aaron Gordon who's athletic and can play the game. Denver is going to be a problem in the West. You look at the Clippers, you bring in a Rondo. Rondo. When I say that name should put shivers down people's spines because hate or love Rondo is probably one of the smartest players to ever play this game. He understands things. That's why him and LeBron really clicked when he played with the Lakers last season. I believe Rondo is the reason the Lakers won last season. Can't forget about that clutch game he had in Game 6. Rondo stood up. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Rondo. Hey, wifey. Hey, wifey. Yeah, I know Rondo, your boy. And Rondo, my boy. Hey, that boy, I done seen Rondo win a game in the playoffs with one arm. Go back and look at it. I believe in 2011 when Miami had first joined, LeBron made the super team. My boy Rondo went crazy. Hey, thank you, Barry. That's facts. That's facts. And thank you for being on here, man. That's facts. Rondo, the Lakers was tweaking letting Rondo pay that man. Playoff Rondo is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. My good people. You want to know what Robs2Cents is? I'll tell you. Rondo a dog, but he becomes a bigger dog in the playoffs. Statistically speaking, if you look at his stats, his numbers get better in the playoffs as opposed to the regular season. He is a sleeping giant when the playoffs come. I'm just letting everybody know. Appreciate that, Brody. Hey, Batum, Blake, and Aldridge games is being turned. Hey, you ain't lying, Wayne. I feel like, they say don't leave me behind. But Nicholas Batum over there acting a fool with them Clippers, man. He acting a fool with them Clippers. At one point in time, he was the point guard before they got Rondo. They were trying to use Batum as a point forward. But let me tell y'all, man, Rondo is real. So, we saw a game in which Phoenix went against Utah. Let's get back on track, y'all. Let's get back on track. Phoenix went against Utah. We saw the best of the West because right now Utah is number 1, Phoenix is number 2. We saw the best of the West right now, just right now, because I'm not ready to put all my eggs in a basket with Utah or Phoenix. But this was a great game, man. Both teams show why right now they are currently the top in the Western Conference. Utah would be horrible from the three-point line in this game. No, they shot 11 of 44. And I want to ask teams, y'all. I'm glad y'all here. This is fun. I'm glad. Usually I do these shows by myself, so when I get to congregate with my people, man, this is beautiful. But I want to ask teams in the NBA, if I'm shooting 11 of 30 from the three-point line, when is it going to click in my head I should stop shooting? Do y'all remember when Houston did that? When James Harden was playing with Houston, I think they went 7 of 40 something. Like, dude, when is it gonna click in your head? Maybe we should stop shooting. Hey guys, we're having a bad night tonight. Let's not shoot the three ball anymore. But that didn't happen. Let's look at the stat line, y'all. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm gonna put everything in perspective. That's a new word of today. Perspective. Donovan Mitchell led all scores, 41 points, 16 to 35. He went 4-12 from the three-point line, had 8 rebounds, 3 assists. The big man, Rudy Gobert, 16 points, 18 rebounds. That's tough. That's tough. Hey, Rudy probably looked at Shaq and said, hey, is this what you're asking for? Are you not entertained? 16 points and 18 rebounds and 2 steals is tough. We need some more blocks, Rudy. You too damn big. My boy Bojan Bogdanovic had 20 points, 8 of 17 from the field goal, but he was 1 of 8 from the three-point line. And then Mike Conley had 11 points. He was 5 of 16 from his field goal percentage, 1 of 7 from distance. He had 4 assists and 1 steal. You're going to need more than that from Mike Conley. You're going to need the old Mike Conley from Memphis to show up. Let's look at what Phoenix would do, because when we talk about Phoenix, you got to talk about that big three. And if you're not looking at Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton as a big three, you a fool. You don't know basketball. First of all, when we talk about Chris Paul, we're talking about the point guard, CP3, the point guard. That boy is on a different level when it comes to his position. I just hate the fact that he hasn't won the ring. But you can't deny that when Chris Paul goes to teams, they become better. They become better. I'm a Warriors fan, but if Chris Paul wouldn't have got injured in that Houston series, Houston could have very well beat the Golden State Warriors. Let's just be real. They was on a roll. But Devin Booker, he got up his shots too in this game, y'all. He had 35 points. He was 13 to 31 from the field. He was 0 of 6 from the three-point line. He couldn't throw a rock in the damn ocean. Yes, he is, baby. See, that's why we married, because we agree on shit, sometimes. But, yeah, CP3, beast. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Talk about Devin Booker, that is. Chris Paul did his thing. 29 points. 12 of 24 from the field. 3 of 7 from the three-point line, almost 50%. 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. That's what Chris Paul do. He controls the pace of the game. And the big man, DeAndre Ayton, put up some numbers. 18 points, 12 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. So Phoenix is showing, hey, they went in and they beat Utah. Could be a possible playoff matchup. I'm telling y'all, Phoenix is going to make some noise. Remember, they went undefeated in the bubble. They just had such a horrible regular season that they couldn't make it to the play-in. But they went when the bubble started. Phoenix went undefeated. Devin Booker out there hitting game winners on Kawhi and Paul George. Boy, y'all better watch out for Booker. What's up, Unc? Appreciate you for being here. Oh, I'm gonna give a shout out to WrestleMania. Don't you worry, Unc. I gotta talk my stuff about wrestling. My first love, y'all. Hey. My love of wrestling comes from me sitting on my granddad's lap as a young boy, and we watched wrestling together, which is one of my fondest memories of my grandfather. I didn't get to know him that much because he passed away when I was a young man, but, hey, I do remember that. Appreciate y'all for being here. Hey, real talk. Hey, Wayne, talk your stuff, brother. That is one of the most toxic lines ever. You don't tell a shooter to keep shooting. If you 4-15 right now, stop shooting. Don't shoot no more. At least it has to be a wide open shot. But no, don't shoot no more contested threes. But hey, man, that's another story. And then, so now we saw Clippers versus Utah. I mean, I'm sorry, Phoenix versus Utah, right? Then they will both have back-to-back games going against other contenders in the Western Conference. The Clippers would defeat the Phoenix Suns. This is where, we got to show Rondo some love because Rondo went crazy. 113 to 103 was your final score. The Suns must have caught what Utah had because now they couldn't shoot either. They were 6 of 24 as a team. Not bad. See, Phoenix showed restraint, and that's probably because of Chris Paul. We 6 of 24 from the 3-point line. Let's stop shooting. See, when you become 6 of 40, then it's a problem. Devin Booker, though, man, 24 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 0 of 2 from the 3-point line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Chris Paul had a bad game. He was 4 of 11, 0 of 3 from the 3-point line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. But DeAndre Ayton still had a pretty decent game, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Let's talk about the Clippers, though. Let's talk about the Clippers side of the ball. Kawhi Leonard had 27 points, including that vicious dunk on DeAndre Ayton. Hey, go watch that dunk. He Space Jam, my mans. Kawhi went up for that, and that was nasty. Man, he dunked the hell out of DeAndre Ayton. I had to rewind it like 3 or 4 times. Like, the claw strikes again. He had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals. Paul George, PG-13, would catch the Holy Ghost, y'all. Now, I know in some of my earlier shows, I gave Paul George a hard time. I have a segment on Robs2Cents called Shame on You. And pretty much, you get a Shame on You award if you play horribly. Shame on y'all sometimes. But Paul George, I'm going to give you some love. Let me take a sip of the yak. Paul George, I'm going to give you some love. Oof. He caught the Holy Ghost, y'all. He had 33 points, 12 of 19 from the field, 7 of 9 from the 3-point line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. 7 of 9 from the 3-point line. He was hot. That's who I want to shoot the ball. That's who you tell. Hey, keep shooting. Matter of fact, let me set a screen for you, get you open. Keep shooting. I remember my boy Ken. We'll be playing, playing basketball in the park, and Ken had a tendency to get hot. Ken to get hot out of nowhere. And man, they get to the point now, you in the game happy, you set a screen for a player. I'm talking about my man. Hey, appreciate that. Barry, much love, my brother. If y'all click on that link, you will see how Kawhi dunked the hell out of DeAndre Ayton. He Space Jam, my man. He extended on my mans. But my boy Ken, man, y'all, anybody that knows Chicago basketball, they know about my boy Ken, man. He called him Little Ivo, man. My boy got that joint on the string, and he'll pull on you, man. And we used to be playing in the court. He actually one of the reasons I got better in basketball. We'll just play one-on-ones all summer. But, man, it get to the point you happy you set a screen for a player. Like, hey, go ahead and get open, bro. Go ahead and get open, man. Man, we used to have some good times, man. But then we look at my boy Rondo. Rondo had his best game as a Clip as he went for 15 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Yeah, y'all. Rondo's starting to realize it's close to playoff time. We saw what he did with Atlanta, man. He was only in Atlanta for a check. But why am I going to play that hard if we ain't going to make it to the playoffs? Or why would I play that hard if we do make it to the playoffs, but realistically speaking, we are not going to win a ring? It's not going to happen. Atlanta has 0% chance of winning the East and have a 35% chance of making it out the second round. It's facts. But now you put me around winners. You put me around Kawhi. You put me around PG. You put me around Batum. You put me around Ibaka. Now we can talk. I got some people to play with now. Hey, Tom Brady wouldn't beat Tom Brady unless he had receivers to throw it to. You got to remember that. And then Utah will go against Portland, and they'll beat Portland though. So great bounce back game for Utah, as they will beat Portland 122 to 103 in the game in which Utah will have a 40-point third quarter. Want to talk about don't call this a comeback? Utah, hey, Utah will be tough in the playoffs, man. Let me tell y'all how it went down. Donovan Mitchell had a game, y'all. 37 points, 14 to 25. He was still 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, but he had 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Rudy Gobert once again will have a huge night on the glass. 18 points, but this time he got you 20 rebounds and 1 block. Good job, Rudy. You gotta block a shot being 7'5". And Mike Conley had 11 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Great game by Utah. But Portland, though, Damian Lillard, 23 points, 8 of 21 from the field, 3 of 12 from the 3-point line, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. CJ McCullough will also have a horrible shooting night and match Damian Lillard's record, shooting percentage, I should say, as he went for 19 points, but he was also 8 of 21 from the field. That's crazy, right? They both put up 21 shots. They shooting. And then he was 3 of 10 from the 3-point line, but he had 1 steal and 1 block. Melo, very, very, very quiet game. 7 points, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from distance. Portland need to get that together. I got high hopes for Portland, especially since they bought over my boy Norman Powell. Norman Powell he was a great pickup, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I told y'all. You saw what he did with Toronto. Norman Powell is a beast, man. Hey, he gonna bring you an extra 19, 20 points a game. So I do expect Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers to make a little noise in the playoffs. I'm not gonna go as far as Charles Barkley and say I guarantee that ain't gonna happen, because Portland not gonna win no ring, not right now. But if Damian Lillard decide he want to go with the Lakers, shit. LeBron might play another 2-3 years. I'm telling y'all, GM Bron know how to put a team together. All right, man. Let me look at the comments that's going on. Zach LaVine currently going the hell. Oh, I appreciate that update, Wayne. Zach LaVine got 39 points in the first half on Atlanta. See, I love my people, man. Y'all keep me up to date with what's going on, even while we talking a little good sports. I appreciate that, brother. I'm definitely going to be watching the highlights of that game. And thank you, Bestie. I'm going to talk that talk, because talking is what I do. Hey, whoever knew that talking too much be a passion of yours. Hey, got a little bit more to talk about. I know we were talking about games and stuff. Let's make this a little fun. I got to give y'all the information first, but let's make this a little fun. ESPN released their top 25 under 25 in the NBA. I'm going to just go down the list to let you guys hear. At number 1, Luka Doncic. I agree with that 100%. Luka right now, as far as all of the young players, I would have Luka as my number 1 too. Luka is a dog. Number 2, they put Zion Williamson. Number 3, LaMelo Ball. Number 4, Donovan Mitchell. Number 5, Jason Tatum. Number 6, De'Aaron Fox. Number 7, Ben Simmons. Number 8, Devin Booker. Number 9, Bam Adebayo. Number 10, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 11, Brandon Ingram. Number 12, Jaylen Brown. 13, Jamal Murray. 14, Michael Porter. 15, Ja Morant. 16, Trae Young. 17, Mikal Bridges. 18, DeMontis Sabonis. 19, Anthony Edwards. 20, DeAndre Ayton. 21, Tyrese Halliburton. 22, John Collins. 23, Jared Allen. 24, Lonzo Ball. And 25, Colin Sexton. As you guys see, as I was reading down that list, I had to just start shaking my head, because I don't know who on ESPN is putting this list together, because this list was trash. Let me take a sip of the yak. That's some good yak, boy. You gotta love Remy, man, but can't talk about them too much till Remy pay a boy. But as far as this list goes, who put this list together? This list is trash. Only person I agree with is Luka Doncic. But as I'm looking at this list, you're telling me you are putting LaMelo Ball over Devin Booker? You're putting LaMelo Ball over Ben Simmons? Over Jason Tatum? Tatum? Over Donovan Mitchell? Even over Trae Young? ESPN, Lord Jesus. I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Y'all need to be drug tested, okay? I'm not mad if you smoke a little weed, but you had to be smoking something a little stronger than that when you came out with this list. I'm going to tell you Robs2Cents. I'm going to tell you Rob's top 10. Just going in the top 10. I would keep Luka at 1. I would not put Zion at 2. Even though I love Zion Williamson as a player, he still has some developing to do. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, it's trash. Let me read my comments real quick. Hey, on the real, Wayne, they off that. Hey, they off what I'm on that list. But you gotta focus, baby. You gotta focus. Hey, bestie, you know the yak gonna get you right. You feel me? Arrow, my boy, Arrow. First of all, gotta give a plug for my boy. If you want your credit fixed, if you need your credit fixed, I vouch for this man right here. My boy Arrow. You see his name, Aaron Self-Made Vaults. Let me tell y'all, man, my man is focused, man. I wish I had the mindset that he had at his age when I was his age. I mean, this a true go-getter, man. Y'all holler at my boy Arrow. I vouch for that. I stand 110, 120% behind that. My boy, much love, brother. Rob was good. Roberto was good. I appreciate you say his Booker better than Mitch. Mitch who? Oh, you talking about Donovan Mitchell? Yes, Donovan Mitchell is not better than Devin Booker. Donovan Mitchell is not better than Devin Booker. I think that Devin Booker is more of a clutch player. Oh, I got you, bestie. And my G ball, my Foolie, my friend for life, my best friend Shay. Let me tell y'all, if you need any logos, she do it big on the graphic design side. If you need your pictures taken to share the memories, she got you on the photo side. Definitely going to be going to her for a Robs2Cents photo shoot. Y'all holler at Captured by AJ. Got a nice ring to it, don't it? Holler at her. Get your wedding pictures. Get your anniversary pictures. Get your birthday pictures. Just get pictures to share, just to remember the good times. I'm telling y'all, holler at my G Shay. You know I got you, G. But hey, Donovan Mitchell is not better than Devin Booker. And let me finish going through my list. So I would keep Luka at 1. At number 2, I would put Devin Booker on this list. I will put Devin Booker as number 2. As number 3, I would put Jason Tatum as number 3. As after Jason Tatum, I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell as number 4. Number 5, I'm going to put Brandon Ingram as number 5. 6, Ben Simmons. 7, Domantas Sabonis. 8, Jamal Murray. 9, judging off this list, I'm going to put Trae Young. 10, I'll put Zion Williamson. That's my list. Let's repeat that. 1, Luka. Got to remember what I did. I should have been writing my notes as I was going. 1 Luka, 2 Devin Booker, 3 Jason Tatum, 4 Donovan Mitchell, 5 Brandon Ingram, 6 Ben Simmons, 7 Jamal Murray, 8 DeMontis Sabonis. Trying to see if I want to switch that up. 9 Trey Young and 10 Zion Williamson. Now that's what I'm going with. I gotta. D Fox is not in my top 10, bro. DeAndre Fox is not in my top 10. He's an exciting player, Rob. I gotta agree. He's a very exciting player. But I'm not he's in my top 15. He's in my top 15. That's a good question. What's the list for joined in late? This was the ESPN top 25 under 25. So what they put, you're gonna have to rewind the show to watch that. I definitely can't go through all 25 of them names, but you're gonna have to rewatch the show to get the full list of what ESPN's quoted, or go to their website. But yeah, their list was trash. Got a couple quick hitters before we end the show tonight, man. I appreciate you guys for showing in, man. Hey, Darius, again, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in. This is also, man, one of the young brothers I know. He does his thing on the credit side too, man. So holla at him, man. Get your credit fixed up. Live right out here, y'all. Um, as y'all know, Baylor defeated Gonzaga. I know a lot of people had Gonzaga to win the NCAA championship. However, that did not happen. Gonzaga lost to Baylor 86-70 in the NCAA championship game. Jared Butler of Baylor had 22 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. Jalen Suggs, who's projected to go in the top 5 of the 2021 NBA draft, 22 points and 3 assists. He had no help. Suggs had no help. Everybody else was just happy to be there. He wanted to win. Everybody else was just happy to be there. It's the only way to put it. We got to talk about this, y'all. Hold on. I got to get my drink up for this. Did y'all see Paul Pierce get fired on his day off? Did y'all see Paul Pierce get fired on his day off? So as y'all know, in case you didn't know, Paul Pierce had a video over the weekend in which he was having poker night with the guys. And what's wrong with poker night? Nothing is wrong with poker night, y'all. When you have poker night, got a couple drinks, got some cigars flamed up, or maybe a couple L's flamed up, and everybody is in their mode. Not Paul Pierce. Oh, Paul Pierce had blunts flamed up. He had strippers in the building, and he showed all of this on his live as he works for ESPN. Paul Pierce did a Friday and got fired on his day off. Let that sink in, my good people. Hold on. Let's take another sip of the yak. And I'm not mad at Paul Pierce. Say you stupid. Talking about was he still in boxing? Hey, I'm not mad at Paul Pierce because, hey, you grown. Hell, marijuana is legal now, and strippers are definitely legal. Nobody's here against their will. They were paid to be here, and they were simply doing their job. They were clocking in to work. It is what it is. But ESPN, as we know, is owned by who? Disney. And Disney is not trying to hear any of that. Paul Pierce got fired. His reply to him getting fired was a post on Twitter in which he just simply filmed himself laughing. Now, there's speculation from him, actually, that he's coming out with a new podcast, or I guess going to be doing a new show. It is what it is. But I'm going to let y'all know something. That's my only problem. I love doing this. You know, like I said, man, I had a long day at work today, man. You know, in case y'all don't know, I'm a banker. And what I do is help people. So I'm closing loans left and right, getting getting people in the car of their dreams, getting people in the houses of their dream. You know, even if your credit is not up to par, I'm telling you what to do to fix that credit. Like, I'm a banker. I do this. I am the wolf of the banking world, one of the top producers in my company. But I also understand it's certain things that I can and cannot post if I want to keep my job. And I don't know if I want to go to a place like ESPN or Fox Sports Network or any sports, where I can't enjoy myself the way that I want to. I'm grown, man. I work hard, I play hard. Sometimes when I play hard, it might not be the way you play, but I'm playing. And I wasn't mad at Paul Pierce. He did nothing wrong in his videos. He didn't disrespect anybody. All my mans did was smoke a joint and smack a few cheeks. Can't get mad at that, right? But ESPN did. And Paul Pierce got fired on his day off. Was it right? That's not for us to say. Your company, your rules. I ain't mad at you. I wish Paul Pierce the best, though. Let me look at the comments. Yeah, he went out like that, Shay. Yeah, and he put himself on his own camera tweaking. Hey, on the real, cause Shannon get to drink his yak. Hey, Wayne, you ain't never lying, my boy. Shannon get to drink his yak and enjoy. That boy say pull out. Hey, what he say? I pull out them old Swisher Sweet. Hey, he say I pull out them backwood. Hey, I love Shannon Sharp and Skip, man. Them my boys, man. Real talk. Hey, I appreciate you, bestie. You know I'm gonna talk my mess and speak on it, man. And before I end the show, hey, Disney don't play. I'm telling y'all, man. Hey, they made Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King. Hey, you can't do none of that shit with Disney. They not. No sir. But before we end the show, we lost a legend today. We lost a true legend today. DMX. Some people knew him as Earl Simmons. Most of the world knew him as DMX. And let me tell y'all, man, the DMX was my dude. It's funny. I was when I got to work probably a couple of weeks ago. This is before he even went into the coma and the vegetative state. I was listening to DMX. I was listening to Slippin', I believe. I was either listening to Slippin' or Damien, and I was talking to my boy Theo, and he was like, "Man, who's?" He heard the words I was saying. He's like, "Oh, that DMX." I'm like, "Yeah, And we had a whole conversation about how slept on he was as an artist, and it's ironic that we brought his name up, and then that happened. As you guys know, he had a heart attack, or I believe heart failure, went into a coma. Eventually went into a vegetation state, and passed away today. And we lost a legend, man. Let me tell y'all, man. I come from humble beginnings. I don't mind telling people my story. I remember sleeping on a twin size mattress on my grandma's floor. You know, high school dropout, didn't know what was next. Um, you know, sitting in the sun porch just smoking. And I remember I play songs like, Slipping. Slipping got me through some hard times, y'all. Listening to songs like Damien, listening to songs like Here We Go Again, the fan favorite, What These Chicks Want. I'm gonna be respectful, I ain't gonna call my ladies out here to be word. But DMX got your boy through some hard times. DMX, I always tell people, man, very, very lyrical, man. Listening to him in his prayer, you know, the little preludes and the little skits that he used to do in the CDs. Listening to those prayers, man. DMX used to speak some real stuff. Watching movies like Belly and everything like that, man. Like real talk, like you know. So I my boy DeAndre said this best. My boy Paco, man. A lot of people see people hurting, but they don't reach out to you until it's too late. Or, you know, support people while they're here now. You know, that's my message for people. Sometimes asking somebody how their day is can change their whole life. As I told you guys, I'm a banker, I'm in the sales field. And I notice the conversations and the relationships I have with people dictate how my sales go. And I really genuinely care about people. I do. I have a positive mindset. I try to. You know, there's days where I have my dark moments. You know, where I just think I'm, wasting my time doing the show, or, wasting my time, almost with life. Like I feel like a hamster on the wheel sometime, and it's just going in the same place. But you got to remember, man, like my boy Nipsey said, and rest in peace to him too, man. It's a marathon, baby. It's a marathon. You got to keep running. You got to keep going. And, DMX fought. He was a fighter in life. He was a fighter going all the way to death. Fighting that vegetation state, fighting that coma, fighting that heart attack. He tried to stay here as long as he could. And it would just felt good to see that people were genuinely reaching out to him. I saw a video where they did a vigil for him in New York, standing outside of the hospital, people rapping his songs, praying for him, chanting his name. Even I saw a firefighter come by. He honked the horn, turned on the sirens. They did all that for DMX, man. These entertainers, you never know the impact that you have on people. You know, your song might preach to my soul, and that's real talk. And DMX had music like that. Like I said, y'all, slipping got me through some tough times, man. Times where I felt like I was nothing. Like I dropped out of school, no education, no good job. I kept going from job after job after job, and I'm listening to music like that, and it's telling me, man, you gotta keep going, man. You slip and fall and can't get up, but you gotta be strong. You know what I'm saying? Like what X say, gotta be strong. Show that dog when it's time to show that dog. So, rest in peace to him. You know, rest in peace to all of the fallen soldiers we lost. As you guys know, Kobe was my boy. So rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Nipsey. Rest in peace to, people we lost personally. And we gonna keep this thing moving, because the best gift you can give to the dead is for you to still live. And you heard this here on Robs2Cents. Thank y'all for showing up for the show, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Make sure if you didn't catch all of the live video, I will be editing this video later, putting it on YouTube. This is episode 29, y'all. Living my dreams, man. Started this thing in November. I'm on episode 29. Beautiful thing. Follow your dreams. Live your passion. No matter who supports you or who is here for you, you got to keep going. That's what life is all about. What my boy Rocky say, it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about hard that you can get hit and keep going. That's how winning is done. And that's what we gonna do. This is Team Greatness, baby. Always gonna rep my original team. Robs2Cents, man. Make sure you follow your boy YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow your boy on Facebook. Got a Robs2Cents page too. You see the logo. What that say? What that say? That Robs2Cents, baby. We gonna keep this thing moving. I'm also on Spotify, also on iTunes, also on IG, also on TikTok. Your boy is out here. I clock out from work and then I clock back into this work because we stay working, baby. Love you guys, man. You guys have a great one. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you get some rest, because next week we're going to set our goals and we're going to hit them hard again, baby. That's what we do. Love you guys. Everybody that shows support on the show, bestie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys be great, and you already know the slogan, baby. We gone. There's a bigger fight going on. There's a much bigger agenda than the streets. And I know sometimes it's hard to see that far in front of us, but we have to look past the illusions, look past the delusions of grandeur, and look at the bigger picture. We need to become better versions of ourselves each and every day. Fight for what you believe in. Because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. We just getting started, baby. You guys know the slogan now. Hope you all have a great evening. And we go.